Hello, and today I'm going to be recording Sketchbook Tour number 6. Well, number 1 technically, but it's a Sketchbook Tour for number 6. Now, looking at this cover, it's a beautiful mess. It's just a bunch of random things, random stickers. This one's from my 17 light stick. This one's from Valentine's Day. Some random anime stickers my friend gave me. Okay. The cover of the sketchbook, or intro page, I should say, isn't really anything special. It's just a kind of messy watercolor drawing of a cute alien lady who needs to be redesigned if I'm ever going to use her again. I started the sketchbook December 25th in 2019 and finished it in February 16th on February 16th of 2020. So it didn't take that long to finish it, but for me, it felt like a long time. It felt like forever. It felt like the sketchbook was never going to end, and towards the end of it, I just wanted it to be over. Okay, here we have an outfit design I created. Well, I was working on at least, for Cherry of Studio Killers. Back then my anatomy wasn't as good, so I really don't like this sketch. I've definitely improved a lot with art. These little doodles right here are Steve Universe gym designs, because I find that's something that helps me with inspiration and getting out of art block, is drawing these little tiny drawings or doodles of potential like gym designs of their outfits and stuff. Sometimes they're can you please stop? Thank you, neighbors. Sometimes I do things with their weapons, and I never really base it off any specific gyms, just little doodles I do. I started doing this in my sophomore year in my chemistry class because we weren't actually learning, so didn't have anything else to do. Here's a chibi of my character Sasha, random girl, looks like Tiki Toby, the creepypasta. Here's me testing out some cheap markers I have and how they blend, and they actually blend pretty well, all things considering. I don't think they're alcohol based. I'm pretty sure they're water based. Here's me using those markers again, and it's alright. It's alright. Here's me once again seeing what I could do with those markers, and I really like how I did the glasses, because I didn't actually do any blending with the highlight or anything. I just left that part blank and didn't color it. And I think I just blended out brown with a yellow. But all things considered, it's alright. Here's another random doodle. I'm pretty sure this is when I was watching My Hero. I was trying to catch up. And I think I drew this with sort of a idea of like Dobby with the different colored skin tones, but instead of like stitches, I was trying to do something robotic. Didn't really come off that well. Here's something in a sort of Tim Burton-esque style. Another random doodle of a character to draw in a Tim Burton style. I never got around to doing that really. Random doodles, because my sketchbooks usually start off pretty slow and it takes me a while to get my inspiration. Here's some comic cover design ideas. Pretty boring, so I don't think I'll end up using those. Chibi of my character Sasha. Random art, because I felt like drawing something dark. And a cute girl with Adore You, because I was listening to Adore You by Harry Styles on loop. Bean is this little squishy toy I have. A really bad drawing of Pink Pearl. I hate this drawing so much. The anatomy's so ugly. She looks ugly. I really need to redo that eventually. Gel pens, Bean again to fill the empty space right here. Random girl. Body, Bean, a bird, SpongeBob. And a random lady I found on Pinterest. Once again, a random body, But I like drawing this sort of, not necessarily gory stuff, but like sort of dark things. Vent art. I started off with this one and then I ended up redrawing my vent art. Random green lady that I didn't finish coloring because I don't like those markers for bigger things because they're not professional markers. I feel like they're more meant for like bullet journaling stuff or like doodling. I don't think they're really meant for art, like fully colored pieces. Random watercolor drawing. Don't really like her. She's kind of ugly. But you know what? I tried. Here's me just trying to design a character for the sake of designing a character and filling in some space because I don't like drawing on this side of the page because I'm right-handed and I really don't like the feel of this, and it just feels awkward in general for me to draw on this side of the page even when this isn't necessarily interfering with my wrist. But I gave them the name Chauncey and I wanted them to just be like sort of like a cool non-binary person who like does street dance or something. I don't know. I never really developed them because I don't do a lot with a lot of OCs I have or I've designed. I was using a OC trait generator thing and I was just wrote down traits that it gave me and just took some of them and put them here. Here is Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. This character I draw sometimes called Fishbowl Head. Another doodly character named Moxie, who I only draw in this style. I never draw in my actual style. She's just meant for doodles. Random bird face lady, I guess. And here we have Craig from South Park. This is currently the only of my old speed paints that I have set as public. But if you want to see that, you could watch that, I guess. Here's a drawing that I really hate. I feel like I could have did so much better. I feel like at this time, my art was just, it was not it. It was not it. Okay, here's a drawing based on the song Ballad of Sarah Berry, I believe it's called. You should really check that out if you haven't heard it already. It's sort of a twisted tale in a musical format. Here's me working on like commission stuff. Random girl. I just wanted to draw a cute girl. And I think I was gonna end up like filling this page with adopt ideas, but then I never did that. A really bad drawing of Sasha because it doesn't look like Sasha. Sometimes I like to do these like pieces where it's like in a style where like the features are exaggerated and not traditionally pretty, I guess. So I exaggerate the lips and nose, the ears, eyes, the bone structure, etc. in the color palette most of the time. I usually use pinks and reds and oranges. This is when the art block kicked in, not that far into the sketchbook, so I was just trying to force myself to draw and I wasn't liking it. Once again, forcing myself to draw, wasn't liking it, because that doesn't look like my art. It looks basic. Once again, just trying to do things and force myself to draw because I just bought some new microns and I wanted to use them. Random doodles. Me practicing drawing from the side. Random lady, because I just wanted to draw a lady, but she's ugly. This is me figuring out some stuff for an OC K-pop group. More random doodles, trying to get myself some inspiration and figure out what the heck I wanted to draw. Sasha, again. Here is Steven, formerly from Dan Plan. This was when his video had just dropped around this time, I think. More random drawings and doodles, just trying to force myself to get some inspiration. This is a random thing with oil pastels. Random fairy with a weird stiff pose, bad hands, weird knees, and wings that are not proportionate. More random doodles because a lot of the sketchbook is just random doodles. Goals that I didn't do because, you know, my brain just decided to say, nope, I'm not gonna listen to you. I really wanted to like try to stick with these goals, but like I just couldn't. I don't think I succeeded in any of these goals. If you want to like look into those, you can pause if you want. This was when Lavender Town had dropped her video where she fixed the Cats movie, and I was inspired by that, and I was drawing while she was talking and drawing, I guess, and I created these like animal masked characters. And this is just a pretty lady called Thomas, because I wanted to give a female character the name Thomas, and I wanted her to be really cute. I might use her for something that I've been working on. More random drawings, because art block. I don't know, a gesture drawing, I guess. This is a character based on the song Tokyo. Tokyo's Revenge, I think. Is that what it's called? But yeah, if you go on TikTok often, you probably heard this song at least once. But yeah, he's a character based on that. I don't really like him. I feel like he came out too cute and not as chiseled as I would have liked. But back then, during the time of this sketchbook, I was not good at drawing more masculine figures. I feel like I'm better at it now. Random drawings, me trying to figure out if I could draw a galaxy with the markers I have. Here's Tokyo again, but this time I made him even more round because sometimes when I can't draw, I default to this uglier version of my style, and I hated it. But yeah, these are the lyrics of that song. Here's my character Micah. This drawing just frustrates me. It's so stiff, and his wings make no sense. His hair color is wrong, and I don't like the highlights that I was attempting to do. But I like the markers, I guess. These were the Arteza markers. I was using my friends in art class. So if you see any marker drawings, they're Arteza markers, most likely, other than if I use those cheap water-based markers like these ones. I mostly use those for sketches though, and doing like backgrounds. Vent art based on how I feel when I'm late. Here's me just trying to fill a page with art because I just wasn't drawing and I needed to force myself to do something. A character based on cacti. And in my world, in one of my OCs, Indigo, his world, he's a merman, and I imagine that all of the like mer creatures in my world, they have like names that are just fancy color names. So his name is Indigo. I have a character named Saffron. It's all Carnelian. They're all just fancy color names. So I was just looking at fancy color names and writing them down and trying to come up with ideas for future characters to design, or characters that I've already designed, trying to figure out what their vibe was going to be. More event art with our Arteza markers. Then a demon lady. Designs for a character I won't talk about right now. Don't really spoilers that page, but still, I don't want to go into it right now. Me planning my Meet the Artist. This was the sketch for it. It's hard to see, but like, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see the final product and you'll see what I mean. But yeah, this is me planning my Meet the Artist. By the way, my Instagram is @SleepyUwus. That's UWUS. Here's my character Avery cursing someone out in Japanese. I did this while in my AP US history class, I think, instead of doing notes. Character Frankie, who I neglect. Frankie again, I didn't even finish the doodle. Didn't get my boy hair or his horns. Mingy from 80s with lyrics from Say My Name. G-Dragon of Big Bang with lyrics from Loser. My character Riley, who doesn't look like this anymore. And his best friend, who doesn't look like this anymore. Once again, I was just going through a lot of like art block So I just did random blobs of color and turned them into things using my fine liner, and then I went in and shaded with a blue, or in this case red, I guess. This is my friend's art. More of those blob drawing. I really like this one. Like some of these, like the style is kind of unique. Sometimes I like to plan out poses in my sketchbook and then do them digitally. So that's what I was doing here. Here's this random deer creature I've had an idea for a League of Legends character. Even though I never played League of Legends, don't play League of Legends. Here's a Prismacolor drawing that I didn't end up finishing, which, by the way, the Mingy and G-Dragon drawings were also Prismacolor. And so was this one. I borrowed my friend's Prismacolors, and I was just trying to do things with them while I still had them over the weekend. Here's a really bad drawing of a clown character. I hate the anatomy, I hate the face, I hate the patterns, I hate the outfit, I hate everything about it. Unfinished sketch. I don't know what that was gonna be. Maybe a couple. But yeah, here's a character who doesn't look like this anymore. He does, but he doesn't. I don't know. I'm going through things with him right now. And more just things with the Prismacolors. And random marker drawing with a white paint marker that I just smushed out. Okay. A random couple, because I just feel like drawing a couple. I think me and a friend named them Damon and Maddie. Gesture drawing. Although they're not really gesture drawings. I don't know what they are. So many random doodles. This was me working on some world building for a story. A watercolor drawing where I actually outlined in watercolor for once. That never happens. More random doodles. Sasha with Artesian markers. I don't know if it's just my brain, but I don't remember his hair being this color. I feel like they've been discolored. Like, the colors have definitely changed from when I first put them down. They've, like, faded, and this color is, like, kind of yellowing here. So, like, Arteza, get your stuff together. Here's a digital piece you can see on my Instagram. I took that to the base art contest for this year. Me redesigning a character, Noah. Don't like his design. I feel like it just doesn't fit the vibe I was going for in my head. But I still like the watercolor. I don't know what it is about the shading over his pocket. I don't know why I really like that, but it looks satisfying. Something for Your Mind, based on that song I see on TikTok a lot. More bodies, because I like to practice anatomy. Anatomy is like my favorite thing to draw. Character Finn, or Finian, he's going to be redesigned soon. And hopefully he'll be coming to the public in the form of a webcomic soon. So we'll see. I couldn't draw legs that day, so pretend she has legs. Oh my god, I do this so much where I accidentally draw on the wrong side because I don't like drawing here sometimes, so. I like this one. This is just a ballpoint pen drawing, but I think it came out pretty nice. Random cat, Demon Lady with Billie Eilish lyrics. Me trying to do something with a brush pen, but I don't really like brush pens, to be honest. I just don't like them. I was just trying to get things out of the way and do things. This is supposed to be Travis from Sally Face, I think. Here's Sasha again with his actual right color instead of that weird yellowy green the Arteza marker turned into. I feel like I'm really bashing Arteza markers. Like, I think they're okay, but like, I don't know. That's just a weird effect. I don't think any of my other Arteza markers became discolored like that. I don't think any of the other drawings I've done with them have, but whatever. Here's Riley, more closer to his actual design now. Really bad watercolor drawing because the inking around here messed up, so it became all weird, and I think it's kind of bloody. And the colors are bad because I didn't feel like freaking figuring out a color palette, so I just gave up and just left it unfinished. I kept trying to fix it and make it look good, but it just wasn't happening. random pose. Here's me actually doing something with watercolor again. I drew Draculaura from Monster High because Monster High was a big part of my childhood and I love it. Here's the random girl. I like her aesthetic and her outfit, and I like the smoke effect I did. Once again, watercolor that I'm proud of, for once. Here's more random doodles. I don't know who this character is, or these two. I hate their anatomy though. That hand is so big, it's scary, and it's a bad drawing. Give me some inspiration, because at this point, you're coming towards the end of the book, and it took me a while to even finish these pages, because I just wanted it to be over. Here's another watercolor drawing though. I really like this one. I like the aesthetic. My character Sasha and his boyfriend / husband, depending on what timeline you're talking about, or well, where we are in the canon, boyfriend, Giovanni. A random lady. More random drawings. Oh, the page is ripping. Yay. And here is the end. Finally. I didn't feel like doing anything big for the end. I thought I really want to start doing that with my sketchbooks, but I don't know why it's just so hard for me to do finished stuff sometimes, and I was just over the sketchbook. So I just did this drawing and then just ended it because I couldn't do it anymore. And I think that's where I'm gonna end it. The stuff on the cover isn't really that important. You can pause and look at that stuff if you want. But like, thank you for watching if you've made it this far, and feel free to follow me on Instagram or subscribe here. Once again, my Instagram is @CPUWOOs. If you want to see it typed out, you'll be in my end card. And thanks for watching. Bye.